All right, let's dive right into a piece of wisdom that's thousands of years old, but honestly might hit home today more than ever before. We're going to explore Buddha's path to finding peace, not in some far-off future, but right here, right now, in this present moment.
Sound familiar? You know that feeling, that mental tug of war. Part of your brain is stuck replaying something that happened yesterday, something you wish you could change. And the other part, it's spinning its wheels, worrying about what might happen tomorrow. It's exhausting, right? And it's something pretty much all of us go through.
And here's the thing. This feeling, it isn't some new modern problem caused by our busy lives. It's a fundamental part of the human condition. It's a trap our minds have been falling into for centuries. And it was understood and addressed a long, long time ago with some incredibly powerful advice. And this is it. This single sentence from the Buddha is the solution. But it's so much more than just a nice, calming quote you'd see on a poster. It's actually a practical instruction. It's like a user's manual for navigating our own minds. So let's really break down what he meant.
At its core, this quote is really an invitation. It's asking us to make a choice, to consciously let go of a past that we absolutely cannot change, and to release our grip on a future that's always going to be uncertain. It's a reminder that the only place we have any real power, the only moment we can actually live in, is this one, right now.
So what makes this one sentence so powerful? Why is this stuck around for thousands of years? Well, it's because it's not just wishful thinking. It's built on a really solid foundation, a deep understanding of how our minds actually work. Let's unpack the core ideas that give this quote all its power.
Okay, first up, there's this key concept called anicca, which basically means impermanence. It's the idea that everything, and that includes our thoughts, our feelings, our situations, is in a constant state of flux. Nothing stays the same. So when we cling really tightly to a memory from the past or a specific dream for the future, we're fighting against the natural flow of life. And that very struggle, that's a huge source of our stress.
And that struggle leads us right into the next idea, dukkha, which we often translate as suffering. But it's not just about, big dramatic pain. It's also about that background noise of dissatisfaction, that friction that's created by our own mental habits. Regret is a habit. Anxiety is a habit. One is focused on the past, the other on the future. And Buddha's point was that these aren't required states of being. They are just patterns, and with a little discipline, those patterns can be changed.
So how do you actually break those habits? Well, that's where the practice of sati, or mindfulness, comes in. Think of it like building a muscle. It's the skill of paying attention on purpose to what's happening right now. It's noticing your thoughts as they drift by, feeling sensations in your body, but, and this is the most important part, without getting swept away and without judging any of it. It's the tool that lets you step out of that trap. Okay, so we get the why behind all this. It makes sense, but let's be real for a second. If it were that simple, we'd all be walking around in a state of Zen, right? So why is it so incredibly hard to do? Let's get practical and look at exactly how our minds trap us, and then, more importantly, how we can start to get ourselves out.
Just look at this breakdown. Each of these mind traps has a very real cost. When you're lost in regret about the past, you're paying for it with guilt and sadness in the present. When you're worrying about the future, the price is fear and anxiety right now. Even something as simple as being distracted, scrolling on your phone while talking to a friend, it robs you of the joy and connection that's only available in that moment. The price of not being present is, quite literally, your own peace.
But here is the really good news. There are concrete, practical things you can do about this. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're exercises for your mind. A simple meditation where you just focus on your breath can anchor you. Keeping a gratitude journal that literally trains your brain to notice what's good right now. A digital detox, even just for an hour a day, can dramatically cut down on distractions. Or you can just try being mindful in small ways, really tasting your morning coffee, feeling your feet on the ground when you walk. These small things can be total game changers.
Now, to really bring this all together, I want to leave you with a super simple analogy. An image that I think makes this entire concept just click into place. Imagine your life is a car, and you are behind the wheel. Now, if you spend all your time just staring into the rearview mirror,
You're so focused on where you've been that you're going to crash. On the other hand, if you're only fixating on the distant horizon, obsessing about where you'll be in 5 years, you're going to miss the turn that's right in front of you. The only way to drive safely, the only way to move forward effectively, is by looking through the windshield, by being present and responding to the road as it comes.
And look, let's be super clear. This isn't about ignoring your past or never planning for the future. Of course not. It's about where you choose to live. It's about training your mind to stop setting up camp in yesterday or tomorrow and instead bring your attention back home to the only moment where life is actually happening. So the question to leave you with is this. If you were to fully show up right now in this one moment, what kind of freedom and clarity could you unlock for yourself?